Make sure the first picture you see is that of the person who we're talking about. This Valerie Gautier?
Oui.
Oui? Okay, let me turn your mic. Oui, but put the mic. She got the mic. Valerie Gautier?
Oui.
Now say.
Oui.
Now we got it. Okay. And Roger, you're how you doing today? Roger, put Rogers up there. Talk on your mic.
I am doing great. Thank you.
Okay. All right. We have everyone there. Valerie, we're going to start with you because you are involved with this effort to bring veterans back, World War II veterans, back to Normandy. How many years have you been doing this?
I created Veterans Back to Normandy 15 years ago, so it's our big anniversary this year, but we found that it's 35 years.
55 years.
55.
Uh-huh. And
Started.
35.
35.
35.
Yes.
Okay, and Roger, tell everybody what your role is in this, and you still with the 82nd Airborne Museum?
I am, and on that note, if I can just dovetail that, we have received unofficial, at this point, announcement that the museum is going to remain open.
Well, we've been lobbying pretty hard for that.
Yeah, and exactly why I bring that up, we want to thank all of your loyal listeners and our local politicians for sure for lobbying around us and supporting us, so the museum will be open for All-American Week.
Well, is that? Well, that's great news.
Yeah.
And see, and a lot of folks don't. If you don't understand that particular story, there was talk of consolidating these museums, and wasn't sure if the All-American, the ASOM was going to stay open, but they were going to cut down some of the museums, like Special Forces Museum, the ones on post. And Roger, you got insight that it looked like the 82nd Airborne Museum was targeted to be closed.
It was targeted to be closed, but thanks to, again, for loyal listeners, for lobbying for us, and local politicians, we're going to stay open.
All right, that's great news.
Thank you all very much.
Well, we've been working hard on that. I'm glad it's all worked out. Valerie, you know, you've been in here on a couple of other occasions talking about this. You know, I want to point out, because Kenny mentioned this also, that I saw a story from 2014 that you had 14 that went, and then this year you have 10. And that is that because you just couldn't find folks, or the population of those veterans is depleting?
Well, in fact, we didn't expect to have such big groups this year. So we are very blessed to have so much World War II veterans who wants to join us. And at least I think we've got 40,000 World War II veterans still alive in the USA.
How many? 40.
40,000.
40,000.
40,000,
Yeah.
okay.
So lucky for them, you know, they can still travel and come back to France.
What is it like when you tell them that they've been selected, or how's the process? How do you pick the people?
Well, it's they talk to each other, and we've got people here in the U.S. who are working for free for us. You know, they work sometimes in the nursing home, like you know, at the radio station, newspapers, and they contact Roger. Roger is our contact here in the States. So they contact Roger first, and then after I check.
Okay, and you know, this is an effort that's been going on for quite some time here, as you mentioned. You have the trip already, and it's just great news right now because Delta Airlines is really doing something neat. Who wants to share that part of the story?
Yeah, so they're great. World War II veterans on business class, and what is other, and they really treat the World War II veterans with. It's just magnificent how they treat the group of the World War II veterans we have. So we always come back to them.
Are they going business or first class?
First class.
First class.
So and you look for those of you who don't know, there's a big difference between business and first class. And so to treat our veterans that way and have them come over in first class, very nice seats, very comfortable ride. How is it a direct flight? How does that work?
No, so all the World War II veterans come from some. One is coming from here, Spring Lake. We've got few in Pennsylvania, one in Alabama, and Irving from Florida.
Well, while you guys are talking about this, I was able to download about a dozen or 2 dozen pictures of these veterans on this trip. So as we're speaking right now, those who are watching on our podcast, on my Facebook page and also on my YouTube page are actually seeing some of the pictures of some of the trips in the past. And man, you could just look at the faces. Valerie, you've been there with them. What is it like for them to make this trip?
And we will, so I'll come back on that. So we will have 2 D-Day World War II veterans. Both landed in Utah Beach on the 6th of June. They never met. They don't know each other. So we're going to make the connection between them this year.
On this trip here?
Yeah.
Yes.
And,
Boy, what a great story.
And it just for them to come back to France or to Normandy means really something you can't really explain. Only I think when you're a veteran, you can understand what it means to go back on such place. So it's just amazing to see how they can speak to each other. They can speak and teach their family what happened to this place or on this place. So it's just wonderful feelings.
I'm showing these pictures here, and you see pictures of the veterans getting off the plane, hands up in the air. This is just exciting. Roger, how about for you, knowing that there's a number of the history of the 82nd Airborne Division in World War II, what does this do for you?
It's to mirror what Valerie said, Gilbert, and you as a Fort Bragg veteran as well. You can't describe the joy that they see. I'll just give you one instance. The veterans, our World War II veterans, are treated like we say like rock stars, and one of the ceremonies we were at last year, there were over 30,000 people lining the streets for a parade, and they're like Jesus. They want to reach out just to touch them, and to get an autograph or a photo with them it'll send them into tears. And so after this parade, we had the van where we took a World War II veterans park behind a church in kind of a secluded place. And so we're loading this World War II veteran up into the van, and a family is there, and a little girl, she was 8 years old, just was waving. And so Alan, who's going to be with us again this year, Alan Shapiro, was a pilot that dropped the 82nd Airborne Division on D-Day. Might have dropped John Steele. I don't know. That landed on the church.
Yeah, that's the one that on the church that the parachute got on the clock and was hanging there. Yes.
So anyway, this World War II veteran waved her over, the little girl, this little 8-year-old girl, and she went over and she just hugged him, and both of them were just in tears, the little girl and the World War II veteran. And it means so much for them just to get to know them, and the appreciation for what they did and the sacrifice they made is not lost on the French people. Man, woman, child of all ages, they just revere the World War II veterans.
Well, Roger, as you're describing that, I have that picture of that girl hugging that veteran in a wheelchair right there on the screen right now. And we're going to come back to you here in a second. We're going to take a little pause. Unfortunately for me, because we've been ripping and running around here, Kenny, I forgot to put the microphone inside the computer.
Okay.
So the first part of the audio that people heard probably is not that good. Okay. It's going to be good. We may have to dub this audio over like we did on the other one. So we'll fix it on the podcast.
I'll take care of it, so it'll be up right away.
All right. So look, you're listening to News Talk 640 WFNC. We want to hold you over here for a few more seconds. Right now we've got Fayetteville's weather with Rachel Dunsing.
Today will become cloudy with breezy conditions and chilly temperatures with a high of only 48. Overnight will be partly cloudy with a low of 28, and Tuesday will be mostly sunny with a high of 50. After this chilly start to the week, our weather is going to remain active as we warm up again ahead of another cold front, which will bring us some showers and then yet another slight cool down. That is your Fayetteville forecast. I'm CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
All right, Rachel, thank you so much. Right now, we've got 30 degrees across the board. Fayetteville, Fort Bragg, and Spring Lake. You're listening to News Talk 640 with WFNC.
Proud to be your hometown news and information source for 4 decades. News Talk 640 WFNC. Now in high def at 103.5 HD2.
1, 2, 3, hey. Step up for health and step out into your community at Cape Fear Valley Health Foundation's Step Up for Health and Wellness Expo, Saturday, March 28th, hosted by Methodist University and presented by Cumulus Media. This family-friendly event will feature a 4K and 1-mile walking routes through Methodist University campus. The Wellness Expo will include health checks, food vendors, face painting, EMS truck tours, and more. Register today at cfvfoundation.org.
When was the last time your CPA brought you a strategy that dramatically saved you taxes? This is Roger Harris, president of Whitehorse Financial. The two biggest robbers of wealth are debt and taxes. Our team of tax attorneys and tax planners help successful people legally pay less tax. If you have over $1 million in retirement accounts, or you're selling a business or real estate, we may be able to help. Call 910-339-2625 for a 15-minute discovery call, or visit whitehorse-financial.com.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text HIM to 215-215 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text HIM to 215-215. That's HIM to 215-215. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Paid for by Adaptive Health.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code COIN to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code COIN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code COIN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Good morning, Fayetteville with Gilbert Bays on WFNC News Talk 640 AM and now on 103.5 HD2 WFNC.
Man, oh man, we cut that music because we're getting right to this right here. Man, I tell you, what a great group of folks we have here. We have Roger Vickers, who's the, are you still vice president or did he move you up in the company?
No, I'm just the vice president.
Vice president of the 82nd Airborne Museum, who just made the big announcement that museum is going to stay open.
Yes.
And Valérie Gautier, who's been involved with getting World War II veterans back to, you're French nationals.
Oui.
National. Oui?
Oui.
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 Au revoir. So, okay. And so you've been really working hard to make this happen for veterans. Over the course of the time that you've been doing this, how many veterans have you helped get over to back to Normandy?
Oh, maybe 60 of them since the last 15 years. And involved with World War II veterans since 35 years.
You know, there's a lot of people who are just joining us now in this conversation who didn't hear the first part of this. Just explain again what it is that's going to happen and when it is going to take place.
So we are going to bring a couple World War II veterans, American World War II veterans to France, and then we are going to have ceremonies. Then first we stop in Paris and spend 2 days in Paris to show them a little bit of this beautiful town, and then after we go back to Normandy for the ceremonies, different events, and share with the local population and schools, middle schools, elementary schools, nursing home. We go all over the places with them.
You know, the folks who are watching on our podcast, on my Facebook page, and also on YouTube are seeing pictures of the veterans that I was able to download before you guys came in here. And it's just pretty amazing to see the expressions on their face as they make their way, in Normandy, off the aircraft and back there. Where exactly do they go and what happens?
Well, it depends of what they did during World War II. So we will, this year we have 2 D-Day World War II veterans who both landed in Utah Beach. They don't know each other. So we of course, we're going back to Utah Beach. We're going to go to Colville Cemetery to lay flowers and have a ceremony for the soldiers who are buried there. Different events in Saint Mary Église, Carenton, Crayons, little town, nowhere, but really different. Each day is different.
You know, I'm looking at the veterans, the pictures that I'm downloading. They're in wheelchairs. These guys are in their 90s.
Excuse me, the youngest will be 98.
Wow.
The youngest.
The youngest will be 98
yes.
in this group of you have 10 this year that you're taking. You had
almost 8 now because we've got two because we need check the health before they come, and the doctor says no for 2. So we are 8 now in the group. So
yeah, and that again points out the how special this is to be able to make them go back, let them go back. When you get in contact with them, are they saying like, yes, I'd really like to do this, or what's the response?
Most of them, is it a joke? Is it true? Or is it, is it a fake news or something? I said, no, it's just if you want to come back, you come back, join us, and we'll see what's going on.
You know, I can, understand why they could think it's fake, because no telling what's happened in their life between now and then. All types of possible scams that you could come across in anything where people make a call. Is this something that you make a telephone call to them first, or you see them eyeball to eyeball?
Well, first it's Roger who is in charge.
Yeah, well, Roger, how do you do that? I mean, do you reach out?
Well, sometimes they reach out to us. Other are like the World War II veteran from Spring Lake, Albert Vizicero is his name. He's still working.
How old is he?
He's 92. So he didn't serve in World War II. He served in the occupation forces, that kept the French people safe after. But she's invited him, and they're going to honor him as well. He still works. He runs A&B Auto in Spring Lake.
Wow.
Still goes to work. Still 6 days a week.
You're kidding me.
He goes to work, but just a magnificent guy, and exactly what Valerie said. We were there because he was working on a Volkswagen that I have, and Valerie, in conversation, learned that he served in France, and she said, "Would you like to go back to Normandy?" And he said, "Oh yeah, that'd be great, wonderful." She said, "Well, you won't spend a dime. Everything is paid for." "Oh yeah, sure, okay, that sounds great." He
thought it was a joke.
Didn't believe he thought it was a joke. But now he's on board, and he understands. He has his passport, and he's really excited.
The flight ticket too. Everything is in the pocket.
Tickets, yeah. Well, we were talking about this during the break that, and we're running out a little bit of time here, but it's important for everyone to know that Delta is providing first-class accommodations for the 8 veterans who are going to be going, but it costs more than that in order to make this happen. Roger, talk about some of the other expenses besides the flight.
Well, our organization. The 82nd Airborne Historical Society is a huge sponsor.
Yeah.
For several years now have provided donations, and others, just people that go and visit with her or hear about it, they can give donations. And if any listeners would like to donate to the cause, they're certainly welcome to do that. They can make checks payable to Veterans Back to Normandy, and send to my address at 40 White Heron Court in Sanford. Zip code is 27332. And we would love donations of from $1 to $10,000. We appreciate all, but you touched on it earlier, Gilbert. You're well aware. You've got the airline tickets, bus fare, motels when we stay in Paris. When they go to Normandy, the veterans will stay with French families that open their home for free. Host families, they're called. And so they take care of the World War II veterans. They feed them. Then Valerie checks each home out meticulously to, where they're going to sleep. Are there any stairs they have to negotiate? What are you going to feed them? Do they have any food allergies? So they take
and I guess
they're
there's
well taken care of.
Other medical concerns as well. When
we
you
have
people
2 nurses going with us this year as well.
Well, look, we've run out of time here, but boy, I really appreciate you guys. Roger, give me that call last night. Let me know that Valerie's back in here and the trip is coming. When does the trip take place again?
28th May to the 9th June.
Okay, so we'll have a little bit of time. If you're back, are you going to be here for a little bit, or how's it work? You're going to go back or come in?
Yeah, I go back to work. I go back on Friday home, and I come back here in July and August, and I hope in October.
Okay, so you'll be here before the trip?
No, this will be your last trip.
This is your last trip?
Yeah.
Okay, well, look, we appreciate you coming. I'm glad we had an opportunity to get this word out that this is happening. Again, during the podcast, I was able to put up a lot of pictures of the veterans making that trip, and the pictures are just fantastic. And you can see the expression on their face that they really are thankful for this opportunity that your organizations are providing. And, Roger, thank you with the 82nd Air Museum staying open and going to continue to be viewed, and also continue to provide the assistance that you provide for organizations like this.
Well, thank you again for having us on, and again, the warmest regards and thanks to all of your listeners that helped us out.
All right. Look, you're listening to News Talk 640 WFNC. We've got local news right now from CBS 17.
Good morning from the CBS 17 newsroom. I'm Bill Young. A state trooper is dead after an overnight crash in Robinson County. Authorities say Master Trooper Stein Davis was on duty when he lost control of his cruiser, ran off NC Highway 130, and overturned in a swampy area. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The crash is still under investigation. A Moore County man is dead, shot by the FBI in the grounds of Mar-a-Lago, President Trump's house in Palm Beach, Florida. The man is identified as 21-year-old Austin Tucker Martin, who is from Cameron. He was killed by Secret Service when he entered a, quote, secure perimeter around 1:30 Sunday morning, holding what appeared to be a rifle and a gas can. Neither the president nor First Lady were there at the time. At the exact same time, a relative of Martin approached a Moore County deputy to report Martin missing. His name was subsequently entered into the National Missing Persons Database. Following the news of his death, the case was turned over to federal investigators. A statement from the sheriff's office reported there was no prior contact with Martin, and the sheriff's office in Moore County is not involved in the investigation. Obviously, a lot of information continues to emerge. Go to CBS17.com for continuing coverage, including the response from those in Moore County who are familiar with Martin. Now to some happy news, as the North Carolina Zoo is in the running to be the best zoo in the country. It's nominated in the USA Today 2026